Hey everybody, it's Julie. Thanks for joining me here for some Bible journaling. I'm here in the book of Psalms, verse 23 and 24 of 139. And I'm using the Fully Known collection from Creative Retreat Kids. And this is, Psalm 139 is kind of the key passage for this study. And it's talking about how God searches. And it's talking about how God searches us and knows us fully. He knows us completely, fully, wholly, and He still loves us. And in this chapter, it is a Psalm of David, and it talks about how God searches us no matter where we go. We can't hide from God because He sees us, He knows us, and He loves us. And it talks about how God made us in the womb and He knew us there. And then at the very end of this chapter, Psalm 139, verses 23 and 24, David invites Jesus. It's an acknowledgement. David invites Jesus. David invites God to search his heart. It's an invitation. It's an acknowledgement that yes, He sees us. Yes, He knows us. Therefore, we should not hold anything back. Therefore, David is here asking God to fully search. We know that He does. We know that He sees us. But do we allow Him to do that? And here's this passage. Search me, God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there is any offensive way in me and lead me in the way everlasting. So I'm going to be doing some journaling. I'm going to use this Sketchy alphabet set, which will be restocked, but I am just in love with it. And I'm really taken by these four things right here. I'm going to go ahead and highlight it. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there is any offensive way in me and lead me in the way everlasting. There's a series of invitations for God, and that's what I want to journal here. So let me put you on fast forward and we'll get started. Okay, so here I am working in my illustrating Bible, and this is the Psalms book. It has just the book of Psalms in it, so I have a lot of room to work with here, and I'm using the Sketchy alphabet set, and I'm spelling out my words. And first I'm going to use this flower. It's kind of a pansy looking flower from the set to act as a bullet point for my 4 points, which are going to be search, know, test, and lead me. So this is the invitation that David offered to God, and my prayer here is that I will also allow God to search me, to know me, to test me, and to lead me in the way everlasting. So I just, you can see I kind of bulleted those words, and I'm also going to come in and spell out me in a moment. But I decide this stamp set has the numbers, so I'm going to use the numbers to say 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a list. I love making lists, and this is a fun way. I love doing it in my scrapbooks and my memory keeping, and also in my Bible journaling here. Okay, so I'm going to stamp out the word me, and I will come in and use my mild liner marker, the same one that I used to highlight my verse. I'm going to fill in these letters. What's really cool about this alphabet is you can leave it as the outline. You could stamp it in a color, or like I'm doing here, I stamped it in black, and I'm going to come back in and fill it in with a color. I'm using this kind of grunge stamp to mark off, to kind of offset, well, to frame, that's what the word I'm looking for, frame my list here. And now I'm going to spell out the word and with these alphabet stickers. I'm out of a D, So there are a couple of blank of these stickers from the kit this month, and with just a white gel pen, I am writing the letter D on it so that I can spell out and. Now, I do need to apologize. I should have said this earlier. I'm sorry for the focus going in and out on my video here. I'm not sure what setting I had it on, but I hope it doesn't make you too sick. I really do apologize. The focus goes in and out some. I tried to cut out some of the worst parts. And there you can see I colored in the rest of those letters. I'm going to use one of these journaling cards. This one has the purple. I'm really going for a monochromatic look here, using all this lavender, this lilac color. The ink pad that I'm using is the Foxglove. So there I used my We Are Memory Keepers tab punch, and I punched out a tab. And now I'm taking one of the word-fetty pieces from the Faithfilled digitals that said searched me, and I'm just making it all present tense, and I spell out the word. I cut it out, cut off the ED, and then I'm using those as little word fetties on my tab that will go up at the top. I'm using a Zig 2A glue pen to adhere those tiny little pieces, and also my pickup stick. I can't remember quick stick, something like that, to pick up those tiny pieces. Use some tape runner to adhere that, and then this is the washi tape that came with the kit. Now I'm going to cut out a little piece, again using that journaling card, and this is going to be just a little strip that I can stamp my date on. Now I will come in and I'm going to do some journaling over to the side. Now, one of the things that really fascinated me about this study and this entire chapter, both in the beginning of the chapter and here at the end of Psalm 139, is how David said, "You have searched me," and now he's saying, "Search me." And the Hebrew word for search, I think it's chakah, it means, it implies mining or digging or exploring. So just like how you mine for treasure, that is what I'm inviting God to do, is to mine my heart, to dig into my heart, to explore into my heart and find what is truly there. And because Jesus loves me, because he has redeemed me, there is treasure in my heart. There is sinfulness, but I am covered by his grace. And that's the only way that we can be vulnerable enough to allow God in and to see our deepest, darkest, secretest, most secret parts, to mine our hearts. Okay, so I decided to stamp up at the top where it says, "Oh God," so that it's kind of my directive. And then I also added this little flower patch down here that I had cut out from one of the journaling cards. But because I added that, then all of a sudden it's not monochromatic anymore, because I've got a couple other colors in there. So you'll see that I come in and add a few of the wonky hearts just to bring that color in. With my highlighter, I'm going to highlight a couple of those marks and my journaling, and I use the words from the digitals that say the whole picture. You can see the hearts there and the bow that I put up at the top. I will have all of the products linked in the description box, so you can check those out. If you have any comments or questions, then leave them in the comments section. Here are some close-up shots of my page. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and make sure to check out the videos from all the other gals on the team. Thanks, and God bless. Bye-bye.